Good morning everybody! We are here now at Kangaroo Island. So, hindi man kami makadaong. So, gagamit lang yung barko ng Tinder. So, Tinder yun darling. Tinder. Ayan. Ayan yung sasakyan namin pa punta doon. So, good morning kaninyo na magbihis na tayo. Oh. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Who's that one? Blue room.
The super cab?
Yeah.
It's got cars on it though. Takes about,
The shop.
it's going away, it's going to Adelaide. It takes about 2.5 hours.
Can you stand there, darling? See you soon.
See you. Ya no la nieve.
You're all over the place. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shore excursion.
This way, darling.
That way, yeah.
Yeah. Excursion. That's a good spot to take picture of the whole part of the ship. No, darling. Later. See the whole picture? Which one we mean? Peninsula. Peninsula coaches. Where's one? Group luggage, I think. Oh.
Kilometres long. Width is about 55. Well, even the area, it's about what we're driving through and past and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you the heads up. I do talk a little bit, and yes, I have had my coffee this morning, so it's got to happen. Can't stop me. All right, so Kangaroo Island. Now, there's a population of almost 5,000 people, and in fact 4,700 in total. And the largest town is Kingscote, and that is where we're heading to. And Kingscote has almost half the population. There's close to 2,000 people there, but it really is just a country town, to be quite honest with you. And then this town, we're in Peneshore. Peneshore is the second largest town, but that number drops right down to 350 people. And then we've got American River, which is a beautiful little fishing village, which has around about 250, and then right in the central. And then of course the rest of the population are certainly spread out. Now there is, sorry, that's the way it goes. Everyone knows each other here. And but look, there's still plenty to do here. It's just to name a few. And then of course you've got the everyday stuff. You look around us right now. Supermarket to the right, post office, chemist to the left. You know, there are 3 schools here. There's also a hospital, and I mentioned there's everyday going on as well. And fishing is another big industry here, of course, being an island, renowned for it, and of course lots of arts and crafts and stuff. But besides all that, I am going to go back in time just a little bit to give you a bit of a history of the island, starting with the geology. So when Kangaroo Island actually became an island, then I want to touch on the indigenous connection recent, or when the Europeans actually arriving to Kangaroo Island as well, and where it got its name from. So, if we were to go back in time, 270 million years ago, that's all, only yesterday, apparently Australia and all the southern continents are in fact still joined together. So Australia was quite literally attached to Antarctica, which India, Africa, South America, it was one giant landmass, given this line that we see today in South Australia. Now the reason why I've just pulled over here is I just wanted to point out Christmas Cove on our right hand side. Just here, this tiny little cove. Today Christmas Cove is in fact a geological monument. Geologists from around the world will literally come and check out Christmas Cove because there are scratchings, evidence of this glacier between 1 to 3 meters long. But just over the bank here on a little strip of sand are these granite boulders which we call erratics. And erratics are rocks that were literally embedded in the ice and believed to have been picked up either from Cape Willoughby or Victor Harbour. Certainly not in this area because granite doesn't happen naturally right where we are. And so picked up, but as this glacier is moving westerly, of course it's scouring this whole coastline. And in fact, if you do some of the coastal boardwalks off Adelaide, like Hallett Cove for example, you'll actually walk past erratics there as well, rocks that were embedded in the same glacier. So it carved out this whole coastline that we see, but this water that is here today has only been here for a very short period of time. This is relatively speaking, because clearly when we're talking in geological terms, or 10,000 years, is hardly a blink of an eye. But it was 10,000 years ago that temperatures started rising. Now with the warming temperatures, of course, sea levels started rising. All these ice caps and glaciers were melting. Slowly the sea levels were rising, filled up Backstairs Passage and Investigator Strait. It became only 10,000 years ago, just because of the separation. Definitely we're here because throughout the island, stone tools have been found, shell middens along the coastline, even a small amount of rock art. It's not a human soul, and they reckon there was nobody permanently living here for at least continuous cultures in the world. That is actually huge, or at least 3,000 generations. That's the left-hand side from us looking at it now is where we're heading to later in the afternoon to pop in to check out Pennington Bay. So that's the infamous. But it cost him the honour of these kangaroos go down. And he did find a small spring of water just off the beach in Pennington there. But when the Frenchman hears there, maybe some, oh there's one to the right at the fence line a little bit further back but not too far. I don't know if you can see him in the tall yellow grass. So we've already found a few, which is great. And you probably can see they're quite distinctly darker too. And that's why that big the tree on top of Mount Lofty, what we call Flinders Column, is named after Matthew Flinders. But anyway, and so it is just a sand dune system covered. Is the highest point on the spot here, and that's out how they just take what you need for now. I'm going to find, there's beautiful Tiffany, Bev's daughter. I'm going to find out.
Larry actually started this business 32 years ago. So I'm going to take you out on a little guided tour today to show you how we make our oil and tell you why. This is the narrow leaf mallee, what we make it up. So if you break your leaf between your fingers, rub it together, then you get the beautiful sweet smell of the narrow leaf mallee. And we think this plant's pretty special. It's actually unique to Kangaroo Island, so it's only found here in the world. So we have our that are coming out of the ground here are actually, so these cute little old buildings sell our eucalyptus oil. Do some more harvesting. But our place, that one's just half filled with water. That's our main uses in the shop, adding it into the mop buckets. We do the floors, we clean the toilets, kitchen use it as well. Really handy one to have though in your medicine cabinet or your laundry. And then other days I put my hand near him, it pecks me, or he just turns and walks away. It's got the highest alcohol volume, it's the driest one.
Son, put it in a bag, darling. You wanna put in here? Where's our bag? Where's our? Put it in. Yeah, and close it. I think we're going now. Ready? Ready? One. Darling. Smile.
And his son Clayton apparently was one of Australia's best hand surgeons for the flying across with steel cables holding onto a hay barrel like those out there to feed the Eddie stock. Purple. Now it's dying off a bit.
Yeah, the
Or
one.
drying up.
But the one we went is the flower.
And so you can meander through the lavender fields, take some photos, and I'll find out where we're sitting in the cafe. No doubt they've reserved a little spot for us. And then
There's nothing in there now.
Oh, yesterday we were on the ship all day, though.
There's nothing.
Yeah, but
We are here at the Lavender Farm.
that's the other one.
What's this one? Salt Lake. Bee Island Beehive. Beehive.
the bees.
Different types of this one. Do you want to buy some? The soup, darling, maybe. It's the queen. Honey bee farm. The island beehive. Island beehive. Honey, lasting store, snacks, gift, and ice cream. You wanna try the ice cream?
Not for me, thank you, darling.
No, too sweet.
And then of course the official settlement, which we actually drive through where it all happened, is at Reeves Point, just behind the township. So we will drive through that afterwards. And this is where the official settlement happened in 1837. Yep, just we come to town, Kingscote. I'll do a little lap around and show you the places where you can choose to go. Whether you just want to go, hang in town, you can go to the pub if you want, enjoy a beer. See black cockatoo, and so it's a unique subspecies of its own, and they eat everyone from primary all the way up to secondary, year 12. There's one in Pandana that only goes up to year 10, and the one in Penishaw only goes up to year 9. So if the kids want to complete, you know, up to year 12, they've either got to go here, which most of them do, which can make them travel a bit. Some actually just go to the mainland even as well, and board over there. Strip of town, and I'll do a little loop and we'll end out and I'll park next to the public toilets. And so when you're walking up around this corner, if you want to go to the supermarkets, Drake's on the left hand side, you can buy yourself a few items there if that's what you're after. Otherwise it's down here to our right is the main strip, and we'll come out where those people are in front of us, the road down there, and then to the left where it bends over, that's where the public toilets are, so you'll actually be walking here. If you want the best souvenirs, this one on the corner, they have the best souvenirs on the island. That's right, Cafe Scrumptious is brilliant. A beautiful couple actually run this as well. We're going to check out the pub.
Yes,
This is the first pub.
Three things that went up in the market.
So on our right hand side, and then just a few other little shops, as you can see. So don't blink because you're going to miss it. So, but as you can see, it doesn't take too much to go around town. This is a nice little cafe as well. There's a little gallery to the right if that interests you. Now, down here, there's also a bottle of, maybe you want to buy yourself maybe a bottle of Kangaroo Island wine or cider or I don't know, gin. Just snuggle back into the boat with you. I didn't say that at all, but maybe you want to buy yourself something. And then, there's two pubs in town. This one on the corner as well, the Ozone, which is pretty cool, so you can maybe pop in there for a drink. They apparently make good ice cream too in there. And then you can see the jetty on the right hand side, so you can go for a little bit of a stroll down there. Like I said, keep an eye out for the fur seals. And these fur seals, apparently they're skinned when they're swimming in the ocean. It's so thick that there's a double layer of fur in there, which traps air, and so that's why their skin never gets wet when they're actually swimming. And that's why they're hunted, for their fur, whereas the sea lions, which have hair like us, their skin actually gets wet, they're actually hunted for their blubber. Now this is where we'll be parking right in front of these toilets here on our right. I'm just going to turn around, but I just thought I'd point out as well on the left here, this bookshop also has a little cafe in there, so maybe that interests you. And then another way to access down at the wharf area is just in front of us to the right. You can go for a little bit of walk down there to the smaller jetty. If you want the bigger jetty,
No, it's the other port.
we're at park just in front of us to the left where the actual playground is. That's where you can walk from. But this was the original old police station, this stone building here on the left, and the little tiny one just behind was the old jail. But today, if you are naughty, you get sent overseas to Adelaide. So anything from here is overseas on the island. And so yeah, but that was the old jail. So jump out here, guys.
This is King's Court, darling.
This is King's Court.
Oh, where's the ferry from going to?
No,
This is not the port going to.
the port that we came in
Yeah,
was Penishaw.
Penishaw. We're going there? Just pa. Yeah, King's Court, Kangaroo Island. It's like a town or a barangay.
It's a town.
Free Wi-Fi, oh. Southern Ocean Drive. Museum, 2 kilometer. Yeah. Where's the old jetty? Careful, it's deep. What's that? A hotel there?
Very pretty. I like the colours in the water.
Huh? What's the white stuff there? Tell
White stuff.
that one there. You see that white thing? What's that one there?
What, the bird?
Is a bird? Huh. Oh, there's a walking on the other side. We stop over at King's Court again. We went to how many places we went?
I saw little ones standing there.
We are at King's Court. The water is different. Big pelican. Always good the cell phone because you can plug put it straight away.
See if we can go down on Sunday or something.
Huh?